You're listening to Radio Wimborne. I'm Tammy Sleet, and I'm here today with Helen Weaver, who runs the English Scent Company. Hi, Helen.
Hi, Tammy. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So tell me about English Scent.
So I started English Scent about 4 years ago because I was a beauty therapist and had psoriasis really badly on my hands. And I'd been to a couple of skin consultants and nothing they gave me really worked at all. It stayed the same. So I thought I'd turn to nature. And basically with the use of lavender and rosemary, I managed to get rid of really severe psoriasis on my hands within a fortnight. And then I became obsessed. So then it became other hair care things, skincare remedies. I had friends with fungal infections ask me, because obviously I had clients as well. So I made natural remedies. Everything's completely natural that I make. And it just developed from there. So hair conditioners were full of silicone. So I wanted to make myself a natural hair conditioner. My children both suffered from one suffered from psoriasis, one suffered from eczema. So then I'm making soaps that are natural. And it just snowballed from there, really. And I started doing markets and fairs and loved it. Loved talking to people. Developed on to do home scents, so natural candles and reed diffusers and wax melts. And then I've just taken a year off because I'm disabled, so I have a number of pain conditions. So doing the markets killed me, quite frankly. So I took a year off, and my husband and my son sort of kept the business going online and doing a few fairs. And then we had the opportunity to open the shop in Wimborne. So I thought it was time to get busy again. And I'm just having the best time. We've been open for 3 weeks and it's just amazing. And it all started from me helping my own skin out. And the real force behind it is, and the enjoyment is, people coming in. And if it's not them with a skin problem or a hair problem or something, then it's somebody in their family. And so the real joy is being able to help those people, find a solution when what you get from the doctors and dermatologists just doesn't work. And people are suffering in all sorts of ways with their skin because of the chemicalization of the products that we use, and it's just natural's the way to go. So it's really exciting to be we make solid perfumes now as well, so to be the first perfumier in Wimborne is really exciting as well.
So you make the products yourself? Yeah.
So there's only one thing that I have to send out, which is cream, because that needs industrially mixing. Hopefully one day I'll have enough money to buy my own mixer so I can do it, because else you run the risk of them splitting. It's really very difficult to keep them stable. But other than that, I make everything. So
do you make it at home?
We did. So it was all based at home for the 4 years we did the markets. And then now, because of the shop in Wimborne, we're making it all in the shop. So my husband's delighted every's gone from the house.
The house doesn't smell of lavender anymore.
No, witchcraft everywhere. I took over the house. So the house still smells lovely because I still burn my wax melts and candles. But I make everything at 44 High Street, which is opposite Square Records. That's where our shop is. And it's lovely. It's very small, but it's perfect. I can only make one thing at a time. So I make small batches of everything, and it's made with a lot of love. And people get that. Everybody that's come in, they're just bowled over and they're delighted to have something made here. And as well, we've had an awful lot of holiday makers, people visiting family or just here on holiday, renting a cottage or something. And they're just thrilled to have something that's actually made in Wimborne.
And it does make a lovely gift with Christmas coming up and everything. It
does,
we can talk about the C word now.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I've got everything ready for my window. I'd put it in tomorrow if I could, but I can't.
I must say, I've been to the shop a couple of times now, and it's such a warm welcome and a lovely welcoming atmosphere that you've got there. Why did you pick Wimborne? What's great about Wimborne?
Well, we live here and we love it. So we've been making out of our house in Coal Hill all this time. I wouldn't be anywhere else, really. I just love Wimborne. I wasn't born and bred here, but I feel like this is my spiritual home because I've made so many friends. I used to be part of Wimborne Women in Business, which was an amazing thing. Unfortunately now defunct, but that was such a supportive network of women helping each other in business. It was amazing. It's just a special, special place. It's like stepping back in time, how friendly everybody is. I wouldn't be anywhere else. I love it.
I'm the bid manager, and we often ask businesses, tell us what's great about Wimborne, and the word community comes up over and over and over again.
Yeah, and in the first few days I opened, I must have had 10 or 12 other retailers come in and say welcome. They didn't know I was a Wimborne girl, so they all welcomed me and said, great, it's great to have a different shop opening up. And even people that have got a few things similar to what I sell in their shops, they're still just as welcoming. It's just lovely. And it is community. And the people, I think my customers, obviously the people that knew me from markets and things, obviously they already love my products and would either come to me at home or buy online or go to the fairs where the boys were set up. And that was great. But it's so nice having new people come in and going, oh my God, it's just lovely having a Wimborne business, Wimborne people. Not that anything wrong with anybody coming from elsewhere, but, it feels like a community venture in so much as they want to support me. I mean, genuinely people saying, I want you to succeed, let me spend some money with you. I've always been really into spending I've always called it spend your pound in the town in my head. I've always done it myself, shopped at the small retailers, tried to keep the hardware shops that we had open, and instead we have one left, don't we? So I try and go in there, but try and keep all the small businesses going, and the record shop and things like that, everything that's unique, because if you don't use it, you lose it. So I've always done that myself, and it's interesting now as a retailer in town hearing how many other people do the same thing.
Oh, Helen, we haven't pre-prepared this at all, but my next question, you won't believe this. Small Business Saturday is on the 6th of December.
Yeah, I've put it in my diary.
How important is it for people to support local?
Well, it's massively important. You only get a town like Wimborne if you do support small businesses, because one of the things visitors say, and I'm sure everybody knows because people who live in Wimborne are generally inundated with visitors coming to stay with them from elsewhere, and everybody says how lovely it is to have so many independents. And the coffee shops there, we do have chains, but the majority of our food places, restaurants, bars, coffee shops, clothing retailers, the majority are independent shops, and you only get that if you spend your money in town. And as I say, I've always wanted to keep my pound in the town. As I say, I've encouraged my friends to do the same thing, because it's that old adage of use it or lose it. And we have lost a few things, and that's a shame, through people retiring or whatever. But, that's the way of the world. But from my shop's point of view, my shop is sort of a new take on a small shop, in so much as it's a natural product. It's a growth area where people were happy to put chemicals in and on their body. People are not so happy to do that anymore. So I guess I'm sort of a bit new agey, if you like, or old schooly, I don't know, because it is really all what we've been doing to our skin for thousands of years before the chemicals came along. But small businesses like mine will only thrive if those people in town support us. And do you know what, Tammy? They are happy to do it in their droves. We have been bowled over by how many people have come in and shopped with us. You open a shop and you have no idea. I'm used to doing markets. You have no idea how a shop will change things. It's just been breathtaking how much support we've had.
That's so nice to hear.
It's a joy. It is.
And we always say that when you spend your money in a local business, that money stays in the town.
It does, because I spend the money in local businesses.
Absolutely, you're going to go and buy your lunch,
that's exactly right.
And the person in the cafe is going to go and buy
I go next door to Mango's for my lunch. I have coffees from Saunders and other places. I go to lots of different shops, and I buy clothes in town. even if sometimes they're from the charity shop.
Yeah, and so by supporting local, people are really supporting jobs and the local economy and local people.
Because I spend the money in town. I buy things for my children. I buy things for my husband. The money stays here.
And when you buy things online from a larger retailer, who we won't advertise, that money goes on sending celebrities to space.
Yes, that's exactly.
Which I'm not against.
No.
But
if that's their thing.
So that is really important.
It is really important because all of us, from Paul at the butcher's to everybody, I try and name as many businesses as I can, but everybody is spending money on themselves, their families, their children, and keeping that money moving round in town and keeping those businesses going and keeping the town as special as it is. There's really not many towns like Wimborne anymore that are so full of independent, interesting little shops.
Yeah, we're about 2/3 to 70% independent shops in this town, which is brilliant. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know another town like it. Maybe there's little gems like Swanage or something. I don't know Shaftesbury or something. I don't know.
Oh, don't go there.
No, don't go there. Come to Wimborne.
We've got like the key nationals, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
People, and then people love it and it's such a beautiful town, and
there's nowhere like
streets
it. And it is the friendliness. I can only speak for Wimborne on the friendliness, how lovely people are. People are genuinely lovely people here.
Brilliant. So you were telling me about some events you've got at Christmas. Do you want to run through that?
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to be doing late nights on Thursdays. I don't know how many retailers are, but I'm hoping more will.
That's December.
That's in December. So I think it's the first Thursday, the 4th. I have that in my head. I think it is. Yes, it is. And then I'm also going to be opening late on days where we've got something exciting happening in town. So carols in the corn market, which is amazing. And the lights switch on. And then we've got something else, haven't we?
There's a Save the Children Parade.
There's Save the Children Parade.
And obviously Small Business Saturday.
Small Business Saturday will be amazing. And I open on Sundays as well. So we decided from the off to try Sundays. And interestingly, Nourish across the road at the same time decided they would try Sundays as well. So it's been quite nice. Saunders open on a Sunday and there are other stores open on Sundays. And we enjoy Sundays. It's a good day. I have to make on any day. So even if it's a little quiet, I'm busy making. And it's really nice. We have a lot of people just wandering around town, taking their dogs out. We are a dog-friendly shop, I have to say. So there are treats for dogs in my shop. And we do dog products, interestingly. Yeah, we do.
That's interesting.
Yeah. But there's a lot of dog walkers on a Sunday. So yeah.
Years ago, the only thing to do in Wimborne on a Sunday was go to Costa for coffee or to go to Wetherspoons for breakfast.
Yes.
But now, actually, quite a lot of the shops, Salamander open, Gulliver's Bookshop. So there's quite a lot to have a relaxed wander around the town and
see something interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you've got friends that like smellies, then pop into English Scent. Can you remind me where the shop is?
So we are 44 High Street. So we are opposite the record shop and Bear Cafe, if you know where that is. And so it's the tiny little Victorian shop. I have found myself a Victorian till, which you only get to see in action if you pay by cash, although cards are welcome. But it's really beautiful. It's this really old till, the whole, press button, shillings and pence, and it says thank you to people if they pay by cash. So it comes ka-chinking up. It's beautiful, an old wooden till. I love it.
Amazing.
Yeah, so to fit in with the aesthetic of my little Victorian shop, it's just the most pretty shop. I just love it.
Well, Helen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for coming to speak to me today.
Thank you very much, Tammy, for having us.
You're listening to Radio Wimborne.